Okay.
And so
hello guys, welcome again to Med Sessions. Again, as we promised that we are going to stream tonight another session on exam preparation. So if you're watching, you are welcome. Again, as usual, I am not alone. I have friends. So the streaming of tonight is basically on the exam preparation and the psychological effect of being exam prepared, basically. So we are streaming this one just to correct the little mistakes most of the students that they do during exam time, during in a classroom, in fact, where they are examined, maybe final exam, June exam, trial exam, whichever it may be. So I'm with three guys here with me, and they come from, what are they doing, and why they are here. So I'm going to start with Sino. Sino, tell us, are you here, Sino?
I am here. I am always here. I will forever.
Oh, okay. Please greet my viewers. Please greet my viewers.
Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. Nani Musino Kwanya.
Tumela.
Esenza psychology phambili. Seluma. So yeah.
Oh, hi guys. For those that don't know me, I'm Siba. I'm doing my honors in GIS, which is Geographic Information Systems at NMMU, and yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Wow. Okay. Who else wants to greet?
Ladies and gents, hi, ladies and gents. My name is Samson. Yes, my name is Samson. I'm doing my final year, my third year, in fact, in my diploma in logistics. So that's where I can end just for now.
Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. We have Sino on the bottom screen, my right-hand screen. We have at my top left, Sbabalwe, and we have on my bottom left, Samson. So you are welcome, guys, on this platform. I'm so grateful to have you here. So now, I wanted to advise my students, because we have a lot of students that might be watching tonight, and that might be interested in this topic that we are talking about. So I want to advise them, because since you are on a tertiary level, you already have gone through the stress level of being in exam room, being in the time of preparing for the right for entering the exam room. You know the do's, you know the don'ts. So I want to and fully over religious about this one, and I'm just going to do this randomly. You can just speak after the other. So I'm not going to do it religiously. We just talk, guys, ne? Because this one is very easy. Now, what is Sbabalwe, your style of exam preparations. Samson, what is your style of exam preparation? So you know what is your style of exam preparations. You know when it comes to exam, you know what you have to do. You know what you don't have to do. So can you touch on us and help a student that is watching the do's and the don'ts of preparing for the coming exam?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. No, you're not Mr. Thank you, Ati. So, okay, guys. Like I noted like a few things that are very important that I think they are very important. So we know like
Yes.
okay, like exams like can be very stressing. Like I don't care whether you are, they're very stressing. So for me personally, I feel like this works for me. I think
Yeah.
everyone likes most. I feel most people prefer working under pressure, but I think it is very important, like to you start your revision early. Like that is very important. In as much as you feel like you can work under pressure, and if you do that, you do yourself like a big favor. So like give yourself enough time to study. Give yourself like prepare prior, so that when the
Yes.
exams come, and as much as you're still going to study, but it is better if you've went through everything, and then
Yes.
you don't have to imagine if like you only have like 2 weeks of your exams and you still have to go through like everything word for word. So that can be stressing on its own. So it is very important that you start your revision early. I know you can say, okay, no, man, I still have time, but nah, don't listen to that. It's a trap. Start your
Yes.
revision early. Like that is very important. It always works. It saves you a lot because
Okay.
you like yes. I will mention a few things as we go along. So that is my one
Okay.
very important one. Start revision early. Give yourself time. Don't so that you won't work under pressure. Like you won't have to like you go through everything you need to. Like you don't have time, of which you could have prevented that. So it is very important
Yes.
to start your revision early. So yeah, someone else can add if then as we go along, then I'll just add. I don't know whether I should go through the like whatever the points that I wanted to say, or should I wait for someone else to talk and then after? I don't know.
Yes. No. Let someone else add on what you have just said so that you can
Okay. No,
expand it from there.
that's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Sino is gonna help us on the psychology side of it.
Yes, that's why I have here. Okay, so
Oh, you guys are receptive.
It's 11 o'clock, man. Everyone is gonna understand. Hey.
okay, Samson. So what is your take on this one, my man?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now you see my accent. My accent on this one is that you see I can add
Yes.
then a few pieces here. Like
Yes.
you see, I'll talk about me, how I strategize. You see how I
Yes.
like I
That's what I
draw
want.
my
Yes.
schedule. You see,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
like yes, like when you are writing exams, it's not like you are going to do what you didn't know. You see, it's like you are recapping. You see, you are
Yes.
revising what
Which is
you
advice,
can
yes.
already knowing. You
Mm-hmm.
see, a lot of work
Yes.
you have done. You see, so what I can say that now so there's no pressure anyway. The pressure is that you don't know what what kind of a paper you are going to encounter. That is a question mark that always put pressure to you. But what I can say is that like you're preparing your mind when you're going to write exams, you have in order for you to
Yes.
avoid that stress, you have to like entertain yourself. I don't know how can I explain this one, but you have to like because you can't
Okay.
setting yourself like as if you are preparing for a funeral. You see, you forgive me about my network, but
Okay.
you have to
Okay.
like listen to
Okay.
listen to good music that you enjoy. like laugh, enjoy, like
Okay.
have a good time, so that you so that like you may not feel so
Yes.
strenuous when you're preparing for your exams, because like they're stressing,
Yes.
like especially when you come across with things that have been difficult in previously when you were like running
Yes.
all of your year. So you have to be good to yourself, like you have to be nice to yourself. So you don't have to be to be rough to yourself, because the paper is waiting for you there. So the part that I can say is that generally you have to like to prepare yourself. You have to like you to balance your mind. Like, but mind you must
Yes.
like be not to the things that might like make you to lose your focus. You see, like we know the things that make people lose focus, especially because
Okay.
now we are generalizing. Now we are speaking like whole like
Yeah. Yeah.
personally, like individuals have got serious like commitments, things that they like friends. You see, like so, like I speak
Yes.
for example, if you're a church person, you see, like you enjoy to be in the church, you enjoy to
Yes.
gather with
Yes.
believers. You see, forgive me for putting you for speaking in a box of a
Yes.
believer. You see, like, but now I'm doing an example for generally.
Yes. Yes. Just
So,
yes. Yes. Yes.
but
Yes.
now you have
Yes.
to know, you have to know your time. You have to know your time. You have to
Ah.
know, like, where are you, the position where you are, because
Mm.
sometimes we deceive ourselves. You see, not knowing that hey, you are not like supposed to like like overutilize your time. You see,
Yes.
by not doing the things that we're supposed to be doing, but
Time.
you don't have to stress.
Mhm.
So I think I
Yeah.
can end there, man. So not speak
Okay.
that much. Hey?
Yes, 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 Mr. Samson. No, mna ndikuve kakuhle mna. Ndikuve kakuhle. You talk about relaxed music. You talk about utilizing time, and also Siba made in also on time said having enough time. In fact, spending enough time for studying. So I think time has been a critical point. Listening to the both of you guys. So, Sino, what is your take? What are the do's and don'ts of exam preparations? I believe you already reading our minds as we are talking now, and you are on the psychological side of things. You're already analyzing. So I am ready to hear what you're going to say. What are the do's and don'ts,
Guys,
Sin?
no, stop this thing. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not a psychic. But yeah, I agree with both of you guys. Firstly, I'm one person um, who was always unprepared for an exam. I must say, I've always loved
Okay.
studying under pressure. Like if they're Palak and I'm only studying like 2 days before, you know. But
Wow,
I've
wow.
noticed, but I know that's actually wrong
Mm,
because coming to Lendibite Musiba,
yes.
but it's good. Yazi,
Mm,
Imadi can be fun, it can be boring. It's up to
mhm.
you how you
Okay.
view it or how you take it. Yeah, well, and it's always
Okay.
good, but I'll
Yes.
schooling just to browse through. So shall be
Okay.
serious. Just have fun.
Mhm.
Some sort of chill, but have fun.
Mm,
Ungathi go through nje,
mhm.
uthathe walk, umamele your
Mhm.
favorite song, usitya
Yes.
your nice snack, yabo.
Mhm.
And olo hlobo uyaziprepare and le mandi ke ngengqondo. If into ukhe
Mhm.
wayibona, uzayibamba.
Yes.
Even if
Mhm.
awuyibambanga exactly word by word, but laa nto yoba even if ungayibona again, you are familiar with it because you've seen it
Yes.
before. So leyo nto leyo makes things a lot easier xa sowufunda like proper reading ke ngoku sowulungiselela your exam.
Yes.
So I had to stop mna leyo nto leyo ke ngoku. So I made exam like very fun using
Mhm.
keywords, using nice topics or izinto nje ezifana endizithandayo so
Yes.
that I'm able to remember ezo
Yes.
zinto and I would paste them edongeni okanye ndizifake kuloo file or whatever. Yabo.
Mm,
So,
mm.
and it's very important uba before you start, because in the mind, guys, with the exam, awuve ukuthi wegqinisa kuthiwa you are
Mhm.
writing. obviously uzawuxelela. So you must be
Yeah.
prepared. Loo nto ithetha uba prepare your mind, prepare even space around you, because there are things that can distract you. So it gives you time to ulungisa zonke ezo zinto ezo.
Yes.
That includes friends, that includes these social networks, that includes the television.
Yes.
So when you're preparing for exam, what's important and that you need to cut down on certain things that are not important, or izinto ezizakustata, and have time.
Yes.
And studying does not mean uhlale encwadini. That's one thing. I think we used to do dala uba ufunda is like 5 hours. It's like, no, guys. Ingqondo can only take information ethile. You're lying if uzohlala 5 hours yonke oko usencwadini. And as fun as singabantu, so it's always good to know that a capacity can last for like hour, 30 minutes. That's cool. Uthathe a walk, wenze whatever, and you come back again. So that incwadi can be fun, man. Ayivele uyifunde yonke at once. So
yes,
it goes back to laa nto ibithethwa nguSibu uba it's good uyenza loo nto, then uyenze kwa-early, because then awuzukwazi uyenza xa uzoqala ufunda
Because
because
we
you'll
have
be
time.
under pressure.
yes,
And uyabo uzama ukukrema ngoku. Kanti ukufunda kumandi, because even naxa beyibuza kwi-exam, they're not exactly going to ask it all ahlobo. Uyabo mhlawumbi baza kutricka a bit, but it's how you answer it, ukwazi ukubhala ngendlela yakho, because it's not as if they're looking for the answer iphaa encwadini exactly. So into emandi, you can even uyibhale ngendlela yakho, like your own understanding, you know. So yeah, that's what I can say. But it's also good because as funny as a student, so firstly it's good to know your capacity. But I am ingqondo ikwazi this much. After 30 minutes, concentration is gone. So it's good to know nezo zinto ezo. And and exercise, healthy eating is very important. Exercise and healthy eating is very important because it keeps you active, guys.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm hearing you, you talk about making studying fun, having easy concept to remember when you're studying. So I think Usiba has something, is a mouthful on this one. I'm going to allow you to expand on this one if you have something else.
No, and just to add on what Sino said about the, like, if you, when she said about like your mind can only take a certain amount of information. So like you need to know like how long, like you'll find that some modules, like they are easier than others. So you need to know if I'm going to take 30 minutes on my, let's say on my maths, practicing my maths, maybe that's easier for me. And I would need maybe an hour on my physics. So there's no need for me to take an hour on my maths, knowing very well, Bana, the one that I struggle with is my physics. So you need to know when and how long are you going to take, like how long you're going to spend time on that module. And maybe okay, the best time to study is in the morning or in the afternoon, or because we always, I feel like in high school, it always felt good. Like, no, man, no, I didn't sleep. I studied the whole night. Of which, and you feel bad. Like it doesn't mean, of which maybe I spent like an hour and I'll feel good. I'll feel bad. But chances are my hour was productive. And then the 8 hours that you spent studying, only like 30 minutes of the 8 hours was productive. So just know what is your like what you prefer, because we're different. 30 minutes of me, some people prefer 30 minutes and then they take a break, 10 minutes break. Some people take like 4 hours, but what you prefer, what works for you. So I wanted just to add on that.
So it's not about the time that you spend on the books.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
I know in high school
It's about the
good.
capacity that you are able to take into your mind. Anne?
Yes.
No, it's not. Okay. 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 This is what we are on the do's and the don'ts of.
I think you see, I think they've done they've collected all the key things that are important. You see, but what I can add now is that as Sino has said that you have to be good to yourself. You have to enjoy. You have to feel like you eat healthy health stuff,
Yes,
and you have to exercise. I know it's not easy for some of us to just wake up and exercise. You see, but you can do a few things like push-ups and all those things. You see, so what I can say is that you can be organized. You see, be organized, because a disaster when preparing for exams is when somebody can encounter a new thing, a new work prior the date of the exams. What I like most is group work. But what I've noticed in group works is that in group studies, that you have to be aware, you have to be careful of the people and who are in your company, people whom you are studying with, like the level of assertiveness and accuracy in what you are studying, so that you may not say you were studying, but you've been drinking from the wrong well. You see, so be you inform, organize yourself. You see, that is what I can emphasize. You need to organize yourself, because without being organized, things will be scattered. You see, I like this thing of exam, because you are repeating what you've been doing almost. You see, and you know where you were good at and where you struggled at. You see, so when preparing for an exam now, you make sure that now you master those ones that you were good at, and then now you now and then you attack those whom you see in yourself that you were not good. Because another thing that we do, we deceive ourselves by thinking sometimes we know other things, and we don't. You see, so make sure that when you know something, you know it. You're not estimating or assuming. You see, even if you were you were taught something by your friends, by your group study, but make sure that because I know that there are people who have who believe and who have group studies, but you cannot depend from that. Especially when doing mathematics, you have to know that you are good in formulas. You are so you need to make sure that personally you are good in applying the formulas. You alone. No, I'm not talking about the group now. You alone, because there on the paper there will be no your group mates. You see, you cannot. There's not even an opportunity for you to ask you see. So where's this where's
and
mistake?
also, sorry Samson, and also guys, like what you just said, like the discussions part, like it's very important that people you vary your revision techniques, and as much as you do your question papers, you go through the question papers, you do discussions, but what you just said is very important. You need to give yourself time, in as much as you go to to your groups, you discuss whatever that you have to discuss, but you need to give yourself time, because you might think that you understood something when you were doing it with other people, but you need to check on your own. But do I understand this? Where do I lack? Because the thing is, you are going to be on your own when you're writing. And you thought you understood something, but it was just that you were around people and they were there to help. So like you need to vary, you vary your revision times, do your question papers, you study, you go for discussions, and then give yourself time. Do whatever you guys discussed on your own. So yeah. And make sure you look after yourself. Sleep, guys. Sleep. Give yourself time to sleep.
Do that.
Because you don't want to go into that exam and then you fall asleep.
Yeah.
And once
And
you're tired, because there's nothing you can do, in as much as if you studied, but if you were tired, there's nothing you can do. If you're tired, there's nothing you can do. You will sleep, bro. I know this. Talking from experience. So just go there prepared, man. It's not. Yeah, some people do that. You can. It's okay. You can do it. You can do it like before the exam day, before the day. Then on the day, at least give yourself time to sleep.
And it's very important in your life.
Yeah. Just give yourself time. You sleep enough time so that you won't fall asleep in that exam. It's not a big deal, man. You just don't have to stress yourself. It's stressing, but try not to stress yourself.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, you're going to be okay, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing, guys, just to add, coconut, this thing that used to happen in high school where then you meet your classmate. Ufumane sibawa sakudiscuss. Tommy, uyifundile lana, don't like eseka abantwana. And then it becomes confusing because uzofumana sibakhango uyifunde.
If you didn't,
let
it slide. You didn't do it, it's okay.
It's fine.
It's
just
fine.
make sure. Because when a kulibala knows
yeah, with the ones you did, because it's gonna stress you.
That's not right.
Hey, I don't even know what you're talking about, and I have no idea of what. But yeah.
So yeah, guys.
Just don't stress yourself, guys. Go there, you'll be fine. Do the things. You'll be right. I think it's like remaining time, like 2 minutes, 43 seconds, I think. Or is it me that sees that? Oh, what's happening? Oh, he's back.
Oh, co-host.
Wow, we're happy he's back.
I'm back. Okay, guys. So now, guys, if we're talking about someone that is on.
What's happening with the time? Sorry, what's happening with the time? The remaining meeting, what time? Like on the screen, or is it me that sees what's on the screen?
Is it even me? I see it.
Only on my screen.
I see it on my screen. I see remaining time. What is happening? What is happening? Yeah.
I think it's gonna come to cut after 2 minutes.
So what are we going to do?
No, it's not going to cut.
Is it? So then that's fine. Okay, then get perfect.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So we were saying what I was saying before the step. If someone that is already starting, let's say this person is saying I've studied enough and I went into an exam room but the problem is when I get let's talk about someone that has already been through an exam room from the beginning of the year and to the end of the year, facing the same problem, saying that I study very well, being in a class scene, but I can't deliver what I've taken in. When I meet the paper, I lose my focus.
True that.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Then many students they go through that, and they study like hell. They study and they have the confidence of saying that I know from A to Z. But when they get to the exam room, it's a struggle now. It becomes very difficult to deliver. But when you go and And when you check on the background, this person knows the stuff. When you just talk general like we are talking now, they know the stuff. But to deliver it on paper, it becomes difficult for some of them.
Yeah.
So how would you help a student that is watching maybe right now, or someone that will be watching the stream later on? Going through the same
that one
difficult.
can be a very tricky
So,
one. But the only thing you can do for yourself, you try to calm yourself.
Okay.